From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White. U.S. President Donald Trump says there's nothing Canada can do to stave off tomorrow's U.S. tariffs. The White House has confirmed the tariffs will go ahead as of February 1st. A short time ago, Trump was asked in the Oval Office if there was anything other countries could do to dissuade him from going ahead.
Mr. President, is there anything China, Canada, and Mexico can do tonight to forestall your implementation of tariffs tomorrow?
No, nothing. Not right now, no.
Trump told reporters he would probably set tariffs on Canadian oil at 10% as of tomorrow, and says those could go up drastically over time. He says tariffs on other Canadian goods will be set at 25%. British Columbia's Finance Minister Brenda Bailey says U.S. President Trump's tariff decision is not supported by economic thought, but appears to be his direction.
They are a tool that the president has decided to use to generate revenue in order to create domestic tax cuts. And if that read is correct, then I think these tariffs are very likely to come.
She says she expects uncertainty to continue over the next several years after Trump's election. Liberal leadership candidate Mark Carney says he would drop the consumer carbon price and instead target big polluters in countries with slack environmental standards. He also pledges financial incentives for green purchases. Rival candidate Chrystia Freeland is slamming Carney for talking carbon pricing on the eve of American tariffs. The Canada Revenue Agency says it has gone back to the existing capital gains inclusion rate after the government announced plans to delay the change. The CRA had already started administering the change. The hike was proposed in the Liberals' latest federal budget, but has not yet been passed in Parliament. The Conservative Party had a banner fundraising year in 2024. It nearly doubled the combined total collected by Liberals and the NDP by raising nearly $42 million. The Liberals raised about $15 million last year. The NDP took in about $6 million in donations. Average individual contributions for all three parties were less than $200. A new study out of the University of Toronto finds Canadian preschoolers are getting nearly half their calories from ultra-processed foods, putting them at risk of obesity. Dr. Kazeda Maliku says ultra-processed foods include sugary breakfast cereals, frozen meals, fast food, chips, and candy.
They are often high in added sugar, high in added sodium, in saturated fats, and they lack many essential nutrients.
Researchers found nearly 1 in 5 of the more than 2,000 children they followed was overweight or obese by the age of 5. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the Vancouver Canucks look for a 4th straight win tonight as they take on the Stars in Dallas. The Canucks go in 1 point behind idle Calgary for the second wildcard berth in the NHL's Western Conference. In basketball, the Toronto Raptors look for a 6th straight win as they host the Chicago Bulls. The Toronto Argonauts have re-signed Janarian Grant, the CFL's reigning outstanding special teams player. In Major League Soccer, the Vancouver Whitecaps have sent midfielder Stuart Armstrong to Sheffield Wednesday, a club in England's League Championship. Sidney Crosby is thrilled to be leading Canada into the Four Nations Face-Off tournament. The 37-year-old's also looking ahead to the 2026 Olympics.
Having the experiences that I was able to have and just knowing how great it is to be able to compete in the Olympics. Yeah, I think it's something that's in the back of my mind. It's something you have to earn, but it would be a pretty cool experience to be able to be part of that group.
Crosby helped Canada win gold in 2010 and 2014. From the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.